to another Friday.
Thank God.
Yes, we have.
Still employed for now.
For now.
We'll see what happens.
Knock on wood.
And you know what? We have made it. We have, it's a new year. Like, let's just drink.
Why not?
I love you.
Right?
Why not?
We don't really need any other
defeat in your
reasons.
voice.
Yes, it's like it's a new year.
No, but
We're a few days in, dude.
it's a new year. It's the same us.
Man, you
and-
know what? I saw a great tweet the other day. Someone's like, why should I be trying to get better in the new year when the years aren't getting any better?
Fair.
You know, like
Yeah.
just 2022.
So
whatever.
one-sided. This is a
Right?
two-way street.
You don't need to improve if you're not.
Exactly.
Time.
Well, the beers are improving, and that's one of the things we love about Beer for Breakfast. We've been doing Beer for Breakfast for 13 plus years now at this
The
point.
original beer for breakfast.
Often imitated and never duplicated Beer for Breakfast. And, one of the things I've noticed, I mean, in all the years that we've been drinking craft beer and microbrewed beer is that it just keeps getting better. That is one of the things. It's like, I say this, and I know there's people out there who say, I hate beer, I don't drink beer. You just have not found the right beer for you. There is literally a beer for everyone out there, and this may be the one for you today. Today we're drinking the Founders Brewing Porter. And honestly, as far as porters go, it's one of the most underrepresented styles of beer out there. I think it gets overlooked on a regular occasion for, Imperials or stouts. But porters are just a really good style of beer that I love. And I'm guilty. You know, we've been doing this for, I was looking back over my records, and we've only done in that many years, Dave, maybe 10 porters.
Ever.
So, like, that doesn't
Less
even
than
clock
one a
in
year.
One a year.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
and
something.
So
Because
that
you usually go stouts then, I guess.
we do a lot. We do a lot of stouts.
I mean, obviously a lot of IPAs,
Yeah.
lagers, all of that
Yeah.
stuff. Hefts have made it through plenty, but I guess there's just not that many that are out there that are readily available that
But
you gravitate towards for something like this. But-
Founders has done a really I think Founders really shines as a brewery with their darker beers. I mean, they have some really great stuff. Their KBS, their CBS, their Bastard series are really good. And this one, the Founders Brewing Porter has 6.5% alcohol by volume, 45 IBUs today, being served from a 12-ounce brown bottle. Love the artwork on it. Very similar to some of their other stuff. Got like the old Victorian. This looks like it would be hanging in a manor
She looks
somewhere.
like she died in the Titanic.
6-pack, priced very reasonably at $9.99 for a 6-pack. It's available year-round, and this bottle, the one thing people don't like to hear, but Founders does let us know how many calories per bottle. This bottle is 230 calories per bottle.
That's okay. This
But
can be your lunch.
The calories come from alcohol.
But it's only 6.5%.
Yeah, but it's...
That's 6.5%.
I love that the bottle.
They rarely tell you, like, when you're looking at, like, a 12%er, like, how many calories are in it.
You're
Yeah,
like,
purposefully.
That is 750 calories.
Mahoney, I love that on this bottle underneath this lady that Ian pointed out actually looks a lot like Princess Diana, the
It
lady.
does.
Doppelganger.
A doppelganger. Underneath it says dark, rich, and sexy.
Oh, and sexy. Wow, it does say that. Huh.
Do you see that? In
it
very
look-
small font.
And it looks like they've trademarked that or service marked it as well. Serve this out of a pint glass or and I recommend serving it between 45 and 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The 5 categories in which we rate every single beer here on Beer for Breakfast are look, smell, taste, feel, and drinkability. Let's start off with the look of the Founders Porter.
Midnight.
Black
Color of
as night.
midnight.
Yep. Color of my shirt.
I
Love
mean,
it.
just a deep, dark brown. Some highlights when you hold it to a direct light source, but if you're not holding it to a direct light source, you're not seeing those highlights.
that just looks black to me, man.
That is.
No, but
that's
when you
dark.
hold it to get your cell phone out. And
Okay,
hold,
so you have to put a flashlight up to it.
If you put a 1 million candle watt, no, you see it
You
still.
can't see anything.
There's
You
still
can't
nothing.
see through
You're
it.
such a liar.
That
That is
You're
the
a
deep.
liar.
That is
Right
the
there.
dark, deep sea where all of the weird creatures linger.
it's,
Yeah, that's where that
it's
one
black
little
like your guy's hearts.
Fish with a light bulb over its
Yeah,
face
yeah.
lives.
Yeah, only he can see in this beer.
About a finger and a half of dark tan. It's fizzy, but it's thick, dense head. Decent amount of
Thick,
carbonation
dense
in this,
head.
and a solid
Dark,
amount of
rich, and
lacing. I mean, like
sexy.
just dark lacing on the side of the.
lacing.
Well, it says dark, sexy, and rich, which we are none of those things. We are not dark, rich, or sexy. We are.
No.
We are.
We're more like a cup of milk.
Yeah.
I do work part-time as a porter, though, at a car dealership.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
So
that's good money.
technically,
Good
I
game.
am.
Are we
Nice side hustle.
Are we carbonated milk?
Oh, I hate that thought.
We're
Yes,
covered
I
in
look
milk.
like milk.
Have you ever seen
My
somebody
color
put milk?
is milk.
You ever seen somebody put milk in a soda stream and drink it?
No.
Oh, it's the worst.
Oh.
Do not do it.
All right, let's drink the
Oh.
beer.
The next category is the smell. Let's take a big whiff of the Founders Brewing Porter. Big
Mahoney,
whiff.
you're going to be
lot
really mad
of
at me?
sweetness in there.
Yeah. Sweet roasted malts. You get
It stinks.
good.
You think it stinks?
Really? I don't think. I think you may just be experiencing it because our work fridge. You may be getting some of that outside bottle smell because our work fridge is nasty as hell.
A lot of booze in there too. Though. You're getting
yeah.
a decent amount of booze.
A little bit of vanilla, but the coffee in there is very very very
Are you
prevalent.
smelling the alcohol as well? Like
Yeah.
you just
I-
smell
I-
it
A
Yeah,
little
in
bit,
there.
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit.
for
It's
sure.
not. It doesn't like overwhelm me when I think of a
No, this-
strong alcohol presence. I think of like smelling tequila, you know, or like a heavy bourbon. And this hasn't been aged in bourbon barrels or anything like that. So
It's a nice
to me,
smell.
it's present, but it's not overwhelming for me personally.
Texas girl who's drinking along today said she loves the smell.
Let's take a big drink of the Founders Brewing Porter. Cheers, friends.
Cheers.
Been a good week. Been a good week.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, that actually drinks easier than I thought, considering it's such a dark-looking beer, right? And then it's got the big nose to it as well. It's actually pretty light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's full bodied, but the drinkability is
The mouthfeel is
yeah.
light. You know?
Audrey, you don't like the smell of this. I'm looking at your bottle. You haven't taken very much of this. Do you not like this one?
It tastes smoky to me, and I don't
love
know why.
There's a light
No,
smokiness.
there's definitely a smokiness on the back end
yeah,
of it.
in the back of your tongue.
Yeah, but I like the smokiness a lot. Like I love a smoked old fashioned.
Yeah.
I love that vibe of
Smoky
a drink.
It's
anything.
just not what
Yeah.
I was expecting.
Yeah.
Because from porters, I'm used to those more,
more coffee
chocolatey,
forward.
more
Yeah.
coffee,
Yeah.
the,
This-
like the
but I-
sweeter,
a
and I'm
lot
getting a lot
smokier.
more smoke
Yeah.
than I am. I mean, it seriously smells to me, and I think that's what I'm smelling as well, is that smokiness.
See, but I do think you do get that chocolate in there, but I feel like it's more of a dark cooking chocolate or a baking chocolate. It's more that it's got more
I'll
of a
go back
bite
in
to
for
it. It's
another
not
taste.
not a rich chocolate.
It's not sweet. It's more bitter.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Ian, your thoughts on the Founders
Mahoney,
Porter?
I'm definitely tasting the cooking chocolate.
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 This
Damn it,
review
you're
for
chocolating me.
This was ruined for me because of Audrey, though, because of her
Because you know it's
disdain
true.
towards the smokiness.
Take another drink.
which I love as
Yeah.
well. You guys know, like when I go out, especially steakhouse, I love smoked cocktails.
Yeah.
But Audrey made the reference that this tastes like when you accidentally take a swig of like a water bottle or something that has like cigarette butts in it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. That
It tastes like cigs.
unfortunately.
I don't
as
taste
I've
like
always
cigs.
said about almost everything, Audrey ruins it all.
Yeah,
Ruined.
Yeah.
seems about
Ruined
right.
it.
Everything.
But it's because
I'm
it's
still drinking it,
true.
though.
But
Yeah.
it's because he tastes it too. It's
I-
not because if he didn't agree, he wouldn't be tasting it.
Dave,
you know what I mean?
you are plowing through that guy. You're traditionally more of an
Plow
IPA fan. Thoughts?
It's great. So I mean, you do need to like the smoky
Yeah.
flavor, right? If you don't, then this is going to be a total turn
But
off.
it's not
for you.
like
I
so
get why Audrey
smoky
doesn't
that
like
it's
it.
not that it.
No, but
it's not
it-
like a Lagavulin that you would
but
be
it's
drinking
very,
if you're
it's very
drinking
present,
scotch.
right? And the thing about the smokiness is that it lingers.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of the other flavors don't. They dissipate quickly. I was talking about that lightness in the mouthfeel. I think it's pretty good. I don't know if I'd have like 4 or 5 of these.
I think I could drink at least 3.
I think that maybe having a couple of them, but this is more of like a beer that I think would pair really well with a meal.
Or a cigar. I
A
think
cigar would
I think
be great.
this is a
'cause you're
great
already doing
cigar
this-
beer.
Yeah, the
Smoke
smokiness.
on
You go
smoke
rich,
on
rich.
smoke.
Like a barbecue, like a sweet barbecue, along with this would probably pair pretty well. Overall, I don't love it, but
Really?
I do like it quite a bit. It's
So-
just not one that I would seek out necessarily. But if you were like, hey, do you want one of these when I was over at your place? Sure.
Oh, interesting for me. I really enjoy this particular porter. You got that full body, lots of robust malts in there. The coffee is balanced in there as well. That dark cocoa, that baking chocolate has that slighter bitter bite to it that lingers on the end, as you mentioned out. I think the alcohol is very balanced. It does make a little bit more of an appearance as it continues to warm, but definitely not overpowering. And yes, I know it's only 6.5%, but it's still not overpowering in that in that regard. The mouthfeel, not quite, it's like somewhere in between that like medium to full-bodied range, so not quite full-bodied, but a little bit more than medium-bodied. I think this is very smooth, overall velvety. For me, the drinkability, I think this is a fantastic porter for the price, $9.99 for a six-pack. I think that's solid. I think it's great for colder days when you're looking for something that's rich, but you don't want to get wrecked with like a 10%er from, let's just say, a Russian Imperial. It's 6.5% alcohol by volume. It drinks very easy, and I think overall very flavorful.
Okay, so are you ready to give your official rating, my friend?
Can I get a drum roll, please, Dave?
Here you go.
Oh, Mahoney's Beer Scale Supremacy. I get the Founders Brewing Porter a 4.15 out of 5.
Wow.